back to my channel. Today it's time for a garden update. We are planting trees, we are getting our starters going for the spring 2023 garden. Super excited about it. I'm going to be working on the indoor greenhouse and the seed starters. Byron has been planting the trees, and he's going to be popping in this video, making a little special guest appearance and sharing some of his thoughts on planting trees in this new location and just some of the tips that he's learned from when we planted trees before. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. I'm excited to share this with you, and let's get started. So we had some seeds that we brought with us, but I ordered from hosstools.com. I've never tried Hoss seeds before, but I hear they have an incredible germination rate. So I ordered some microgreen seeds. I also ordered some culinary herbs. We like sage, basil, oregano, thyme. We pretty much always grow those and use those in various recipes. I also want to grow lots of flowers and lots of food that we buy at the grocery store. So whatever we buy consistently at the grocery store, we want to grow. So cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuces, greens, all of that. I also want to have my medicinal herb garden. So my chamomile, my lemon balm, echinacea, calendula. So I ordered this 4-tier mini greenhouse, which is indoor or outdoor. It's pretty affordable. It's only like $31, and then there was a 5% coupon that you could click on Amazon. I got the idea for this exact setup from 1870s Homestead. I really love their channel, and they do a lot of things together, which reminds me of me and Byron. Like, we really love to work together. But I haven't done indoor seed starters before, especially with grow lights. So that was sort of new to me, and so I was really intrigued when I watched her seed starting videos. Once I was pretty intrigued by that, I branched out and did some more research, and instead of waiting, till the last frost to plant outdoors, I decided to try this out and see how it goes. So I put this together, pretty quick and easy build, and then all of the accessories for seed starting, they're all coming out into the stores right now, so you can get all of your accessories from either Tractor Supply, Lowe's, or Walmart. Walmart had the majority of what I got for just a few dollars to get started. Like I said, this is my first time ever doing this. Based on my research, you do want to disinfect all of the accessories that you're going to be using. So spraying quickly with a little bit of Lysol, of course, going to let that completely dry. And then also you want to use boiling hot water, steam, essentially, to disinfect the soil itself. This is something I never really knew about until I researched it, so I wouldn't have done it. And I'm not sure how successful it would have been, but I think that I got to learn from other people making that mistake. So I did that for this first time, and we'll see how it goes. So these steps are supposed to help with more successful starters. But this is my first time doing it, so I can't really speak from experience. And with most things in life that I do for the first time, I learn by trial and error. And what works, I will continue to do, and whatever doesn't work, I eliminate and try it different the next time. And it's the same for the garden. Every year we try not to make the same mistakes. We try to fix and learn as we go, and it's definitely a very rewarding experience. So I'm gonna mix this and let it cool down. Then I'm gonna add the soil to the cells. I'm gonna pack it in pretty tight, but not too tight. So this is where the seeds are going to grow. This is their little home. This is their little bed. So you want it to be comfy, have a little moving room, not too much, not too little, just right. I'm going to create labels with tape and just put those at the bottom in front of every row. You can do popsicle sticks as well. But yeah, I just want to definitely know what is in each cell and each row. So some of the things are going to be a half row, some are going to be a full row, and some are going to be multiple rows, depending on how much of what you want to grow, really. So that comes down to personal preference. Then just creating a little spot to drop each seed. And I'm going to organize my seeds and plant them according to the labels. And then, yeah, put a little bit more soil on top of it. So I'm going to add a list of everything we're growing in the description box. I got this mister from the Dollar General. I'm going to give a nice, good, gentle soak before I put it in the greenhouse. These grow lights I found at Harbor Freight for about $22 a piece, and I got 6 of them, so it is a little bit of an investment, but these are all going to be saved and stored and used every year. You can find indoor grow lights at like Walmart, but they run about $49, so Harbor Freight is a good spot to get them. Starting out, the lights are pretty close to the soil. I have 2 lights over each tray, and as we start to see growth, we move the lights up, and then eventually they'll be mature enough to move outside. So I'm gonna zip up the greenhouse, and they're gonna stay nice and cozy and warm. And then you wanna keep the light cycle like the sun. So you turn off the lights at night before you go to bed and turn them on in the morning. And when the kids came home from school, they were really excited and curious about this. And that's another reason why I love this so much. It's rewarding in so many different ways, and it's engaging for our entire family and something we all really are interested in and get excited about. So they were excited to find out what we're growing and what's coming in the garden.
All right, so today, time to plant an orchard. 8 fruit trees, one of them knocked over. 2 peach, 2 cherry, 2 apple, and 2 plum. I'm gonna not dig the holes too deep because out here in northern central Tennessee, we get a lot of rain, and you don't want to bury, well, in my opinion, you don't want to bury trees too deep because they'll end up getting waterlogged. So you almost want to build up a base so they're just slightly above ground. But you still want to have a nice deep root system. So get that hole down deep, but when you plant the tree, you're going to keep that base of the crown just maybe 6 inches above the soil line. There you go. So really, this is sort of my style because I have this auger. Drill these 3 holes, dig out the center, and it's usually pretty good for, you know, between 3 and 5 gallon pop. It's just really nice. It just makes the job quite a bit easier. I'll just dig out the center and I'll amend it with some manure, some aged manure, and some of this garden soil, the trees and shrub variety. So as long as you have organic material, it's really kind of the best way to go. Just mix in some manure. You can always get some fertilizer if you want. It's tree specific, but as long as you, I mean, I probably could plant this in this soil. It's pretty good soil too. It just has quite a bit of rocks in it. But I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna plant the crown just above the surface, maybe 4 to 6 inches, just in case we get some heavy rains. It's not gonna get too soaked up. Also, one more quick tip is you wanna really make sure that the trees that you're planting, you amend this soil, this base, the root ball soil, with some organic matter, such as the manure and you know, whatever variety you choose that has some organic material, whether it's compost or things like that, make sure you evenly mix it into the native soil. A lot of the plants or herbs or, you know, veggies or fruit trees that you buy are going to be acclimated for the most part to the native soil, you know, within 50 or 60 miles at least. And so they're kind of used to, sort of used to, this soil that's also mixed in with, you know, organic material and things like that. You also just want to get them used to the environment they're going to be growing up in. So doing a good blend, like a, you know, 33 mix of, you know, compost, manure, and native soil is really good for the tree in the long run, because it you know, sort of weans the tree off of all that rich nutrient, and it finds sort of its home in this native soil to its best ability. But you're kind of weaning it onto that new soil with some really nutrient dense organic material. Once it develops really good roots and that water tap, it's going to find this native soil way deep down, and it's going to know it because it grew up with it, at least a portion of it. About half the bag, good mix. And then we're just gonna kind of mix it up into that native soil, so you got a good base for that tree to start in. I like to push some of this soil that's in the pot at the bottom, so it's not such a shock. Kind of is familiar with its growing medium. Oh yeah, that's really root bound. Just gently, you don't want to break these too much. I know people really get crazy about, you know, breaking this root ball up and untangling the roots. It'll find itself eventually. Just try not to snap the roots, you know, let them fall the way they're growing. And you see how that's gonna stand? A little bit more. But the top crown is gonna be above with a really rainy climate, or at least a relatively moist climate, because you wanna build the trees above the soil line. Otherwise you really do risk, even though it's possible for success, you will run the risk of oversaturated soil, especially around young trees that are susceptible to rot and all that stuff. And we'll build this up. A little bit more soil, make a nice base. Peach tree. give these guys a pretty good soak right after you're done planting trees, or really any plant. Getting to that watering cycle as soon as possible is super important. Really kind of just helps, you know, keep the roots wet and that transition process a little bit easier for the new plant. We're gonna get some good rain tonight, so we won't have to worry about it too much.